I felt like I had to hop on and rant for a little bit. You hear people say a lot these days, everyone's so fake, no one's real anymore, where are all the real people at? And it's really interesting when you stop to think that a substantial amount of the things we consume online, through social media, the news media, entertainment and all that, a large portion of that is not only is it fake, it's completely manufactured for the purpose of changing the way you feel, changing the way you think, in order to get you to do X, buy the product, like and subscribe, vote for candidate A as opposed to candidate B. And it's gotten to the point now where marketers and salespeople have collected so much data through people over the last, 75 years or so, that they're able to tailor their approach to know exactly what buttons to hit to get someone to think a certain way, to feel a certain way, to do a certain action. Right? And this goes for, social media influencers who will pay women to say certain things online, or to, they'll rent cars to create this idealized reality that they can sell you that doesn't actually exist. Here's my perfect morning routine that I do every day, and it's because I do this routine every day that I'm able to, perform my best so that I can create this awesome life for myself. And if you buy this course, I'll teach you how to do it too. And as if, everyone is just a carbon copy, and, if it works for me, it'll work for you, right? It's so superficial. It's so manufactured. And have you ever stopped looking at what the world is telling me I should want, and instead asked yourself, what do I really want? What kind of life would be worth living to me? Right? Because if you ask this guy, he's going to say, oh, you need to have 10 girlfriends and 3 sports cars and, be making $100K a month. And if you're doing anything less than that, you're a loser. It's so warped, man. Our perception and the way we measure success and compare ourselves to other people, where there's nothing to compare. The only person you should be comparing yourself to is the man in the mirror, right? Who you were yesterday. And I know it's cliche. I know it's been said so many times before, but it's not, you're being sold a lie. Politicians sell you a lie. Look at this last candidacy. I don't want to get too political. This channel is not about politics at all, but we were sold a lie. So many people bought into that that this presidency was going to, either side promised, that we were going to right the ship. they were going to make things great again. And look around. We're living in a fucking Black Mirror episode, man. These people don't care about you. These politicians, these influencers, these celebrity types, they do not care about you. They live in a completely different reality. And they know nothing about what it's like to be you or walk in your shoes. They don't have the incentive to try and understand, really. So, I'm just rambling now, but I guess the point I'm trying to make is don't believe the lies. Like, we're being force-fed so much bullshit on a daily basis. It's a marketing holocaust that's relentlessly bombarding our nervous system, our psyche, our soul. It's blitzkrieg every day. Bam, 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 bam. You know, we're going to overwhelm your dopamine response and deplete your serotonin and keep you in a perpetual state of anxiety and feeling less than and feeling like you're missing something. We have to shut it down. We have to turn away from it. And that's the only real power we have. You know, our actual vote, I don't think counts for much. I think the way you really vote is with your attention. The things you feed with your awareness. Right? All the ideas you lend your awareness and energy to will continue to grow. And so we really, like, that's the thing, is growing up as children, no one taught us the value of our attention, our awareness. Look at the effects that your awareness has. You know, the way someone can make you feel by giving it to you or withdrawing from you. We feel that. If you're sitting in a room with someone and they're on their phone, it's like they're not even in the room. It feels neglectful, right? And whereas if you're with someone and they're giving you their full undivided attention, you know, you feel seen and you feel like you can express yourself more. You know, it changes the way you behave. And the quality of your presence shapes the world around you. It changes how other people respond to you. And right now, we are in danger every moment of having our attention yanked away from us in all directions. So it's gotten to the point now where the idea of going without social media or the internet scares us. It's so part of who we are. And what does that tell you? Right? If someone asks you to not do something for a week and it scares you, that says a lot. You know, you try to tell an alcoholic to go a week without drinking alcohol, and they will get defensive. right? You take a teenager's phone away or hide it from them. How long does it take for them to start freaking out? Getting really uncomfortable and really anxious. It doesn't take long. And that's where a lot of people are at, man. So we know that we have to reduce the amount of time on these devices, these vices. It's crazy to even call this thing a phone anymore. It's not a fucking phone. It's a supercomputer that can make phone calls, right? And it's become a fifth limb to us. So we know that we need to reduce the amount of time on the internet, with technology. And so what do we do instead? That becomes a thing. Well, what do I do now? Well, ask yourself what people did for the last 2,000 plus years before this shit existed. What did they do? They found work that was essential. They created things. They wrote books. They read. Right? Sit in contemplation. I really think that if we as individuals don't start to take back the what's the word? I can't think of it, but if we can't take back control of our attention, we are going to have no say in where our lives end up. We're going to be completely at the mercy of the algorithm. And our choices won't be ours. They'll be made for us. So, I don't know. I know that was a rant, but I just felt like I had to get something off my chest. And I'm going to go spend a little bit of time away from the screen now. And I hope you will too. And I hope you'll do something kind for yourself today. And I'll talk to you soon.